I quit my job. Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to an episode of Packast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Grossi. And this is a very different type of video. So today was my last day as a full-time teacher. A lot of different emotions currently going on, but as of right now, Packast will be my main source of income and will be my primary job. I've accepted a permanent sub position, meaning that I'll be working 4 days a week at a high school. That will allow me to put a lot more focus on the podcast and growing it and continue to really see how big this thing could possibly get. So I've known for a little over a month that this was going to be my last day. As many of you know, and I've shared this with a bunch of you, so I was at another high school for the past 4 years. I was offered a public school position, which was 80 minutes away from my house, and it was a pay cut, and I took it anyway because I really wanted to get into a public school, and it was to help kids in the alternative program, you know, before they age out, before they graduate, you know, they're over 16, and, you know, it was a chance to do some good. And when I got there, I was dead set on helping those kids and teaching and doing what I do best in being an educator. And unfortunately, the structure of the program, I wasn't really informed of what it actually was, which was more of a one-on-one kind of tutoring gig, and I couldn't do what I did best. I couldn't teach, and I attempted to make it work, and I was unable to, and it just led to me not being fulfilled, and it led to me not being satisfied, and ultimately not making me happy. And so I handed in a 30-day notice on my birthday. So that was September 16th. I waited out a month, and here we are, October 16th. Yeah, this is my real gig now. Now, I took the permanent sub position just because I wanted to make sure that I was still going to be able to provide for myself, for Jade, and all the cats and dogs. And so I took this as a kind of a precaution to make sure that I still had a very, very basic income. It's not a lot of money, but the point here is that it's going to allow me to focus on what I really want to focus on right now. And if that sub position ultimately at the end of the year leads to another position, something more stable and full-time, you know, we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get there. But as of right now, I am solely dedicated on this. And it's not that I didn't enjoy being a teacher. I've been doing it 5 years. I thoroughly enjoy being a teacher. If you are one of my previous students, you know how much I enjoyed teaching you. And, you know, there is a little bit of sadness that comes along with it. But I have been doing this show going on 5 years as well. And for the past 3 years, I've been doing 2 full-time jobs, really ramping it up last year, in which this is coming out nearly 5 days a week. And I'm also working 5 days a week, and that extends into my weekends because it's teaching, it's grading, it's lesson planning, it's all that great stuff. And I mean, just this previous Monday, I mean, I streamed, and then I did a breakdown episode, and I was in bed at 1:30 and woke up at 4:30. And I've done that a few times now. And this isn't like a boo-hoo or anything like that, because I chose to do it. Just like right now, I'm choosing to pursue this. I think the fact that I have stuck with this and built this up from literally nothing, not knowing how to do audio, visual, anything, and have turned it into something that 33,000 people have decided to subscribe to and see, is absolutely mind-boggling to me. The amount of growth that we have had in this past year, even in this past month, has been so incredible. I want to take a shot. I really want to give it everything that I possibly can. And listen, when I'm subbing, I will do the exact same thing, because a job is a job, and I intend to do that job to the best of my ability. But that is going to allow me to not have to lesson plan, not have to grade, not have to travel 80 minutes. And every now and then it'll award me the opportunity to teach. And at the end of the year, we'll see where we are. If the podcast gets big enough where I can just afford to do that, we'll probably do that. And I think that's the goal here. I feel like that's been the goal for some time. I feel like there's a part of me that is like trying to convince myself, and there's a logical part of just like, hey, like, this doesn't last, or this is very difficult to obtain any kind of success or sustainability, and this doesn't have a pension, this doesn't have a retirement fund, this doesn't have a lot of those things. And that's 100% correct. I mean, there could be, look, take last month. Last month we had 7,000 subscribers, and we're not growing as fast this month. And there's ebbs and flows. But I think I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't try. And so this is going to, hopefully, it will change the channel for the better. I'm already putting out like 7 to 11 videos a week. We're going to keep up with that. This will probably allow me to pump out even more content if I want to, because I can't tell you how many times I'm driving to work and I'm like, man, I really want to do this video, but I wish I had time to do it. Today I literally came home, I edited Studs and Duds, I edited predictions, and now I'm doing this video. I was talking to Jade the other night, and I was explaining to her that I feel like when you're building something like this, you don't really take the time to sit back, relax, and just reflect on what you've done. And say, wow, I built something. Like, I did it. And the fact that I'm getting some kind of income from this after there was nothing there 5 years ago, and now there is something there, something that could hopefully support me and my family. I haven't done that, and I think the reason I haven't done that is because it's not finished yet. And I don't know when it's ever going to be finished that I can sit back and look, and I'm not talking about the end of the podcast. I'm saying, like, getting to a point where I'm satisfied of, like, yeah, we did it. Kudos. It happened for a second when I saw myself on Sunday Night Football. But I feel like even then, we were sitting on the couch the other day, because of course I still have it taped, and I was like, I can't believe that happened. And I'm so hard at work to continuously build this thing over and over and over again as much as I possibly can. And I feel like that time is coming where I can finally look at it and be like, wow, I'm proud of myself and what I did. And I think this is the next step into getting there. And I've had offers to, get paid to do it from outside sponsors, but I haven't agreed with their product, or I haven't used their product, and I didn't want to sell it to you because that's bleh. I don't really like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. And what we've built here, and I say we because it literally is a we, it is one of the most unique communities I have ever seen. There's Bears fans and Vikings fans and Lions fans, and there's all different types of fans that are in here for a Packers show. And I walked out today, and while I'm feeling a bit of sadness, I could not stop smiling at the prospect that I'm in control of essentially my own destiny here. I am in control of if I fail or if I succeed, because there's not a single person that is going to outwork me. I'm not going to fail because I didn't work hard enough. I've been working very, very hard on this and everything that I've done in my career. I usually have many pots on the stovetop. That's a weird analogy. But I think at this point, I'm so beyond just relieved, because I feel like we've known this has been coming for a while. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and after I go to the school and I hand in paperwork, I'm going to start my day, and I'm going to make this content. And on Monday, I start my new job, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the subbing position goes. And, yeah. I feel like this is the best move for myself, for my mental well-being, which has been tried in these past couple months. And while I wouldn't have predicted nor planned for this to happen so soon, I'm glad it did. And I'm really excited to see what comes next. And so I want to thank you for helping, even giving me this opportunity to try, to fail. If this falls flat on its face, where, listen, let's be honest, there's a good chance this falls flat on its face, and, I come back November, and I'm just like, hey, guys, so we're broke. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to do do this full time. And then I'll be working, at a Kmart, even though those are going bankrupt too. Everything I touch just dies. I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank my amazing wife for being supportive of doing this, of spending all of my time away from her when I get home. I want to thank every friend in my life that has reached out to me and has supported me, and people who have shared this, and anyone that I've collaborated with. A big shout out to Brandon Perna from That's Good Sports. He was like the first big guest I ever had on this show 5 years ago, where I just had a SoundCloud, nobody listened to it, and he said, you know what, I'm gonna go on this guy's show. I remember that. I really do, and I'm thankful for that. And so I'm gonna move forward, and we're gonna see what happens. And whether it's good or whether it's bad, I'm just so beyond thrilled to even have this chance. So I'll finish this off with, for those who have supported me via Patreon, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to do the very best I can to give you more perks, even though you're getting a free show. But, I'm doing the best I can here. If you have any considerations or want to support me, that's the easiest way to do it. It's through Patreon. So patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy. There's perks on there. There's rewards on there if you're interested, But again, liking this, watching it, sharing it, the freaking donators on the stream, you guys have all made this possible, and I am so thankful for you. And I'm excited to see where this goes. And I appreciate you're on this this journey with me. So, a month removed from me turning 29. Let's see if we can make this to 30. A big shout out to the new patrons, Le Adder Noir, which was a phenomenal name, Benjamin Tech, and of course, proud Patriot, Pat's fan. A big shout out and thank you to all of you. And again, a big, big thank you to everyone watching this, everyone who's ever watched my stuff. Let's frickin' frackin' do it. You can always find me at Tom Grossi Comedy. You know where to find me. It's at Tom Grossi Comedy. That's everything. It's Instagram. That's the Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with more videos tomorrow, because, that's my job now. I'm so freaking happy. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, Go Pack Go.